Hey guys, hey Sandeep. Can't say it's been a while because as we all speak what we feel, I feel I am in now. So being in now, we have evolved. So still hi, and meet my other friend Deepak Bara. He's into movies, he's into documenting, and he's been doing his stuff like as you've been doing yours, as I've been doing mine. So the thing is, the last time when we were in Bangalore, uh, we were talking about some story about this blood pimps, right? So it was there in my mind, like the story of the people, unheard voices of those dark corners. X, Y, Z, you know that we've been around. So as time, not time, as life evolves, everything evolves. Our rights, our wrongs, along with us, we all transform. So in that sense, the way I see it now, the same thing has taken different forms, different probabilities. So I was telling Deepak, why shouldn't we try this? We've been trying to do something once in a lifetime kind of story. So but the thing is the whole crowd thing, the bandwagon thing, herd mentality. So people are trapped in that. Uh, we all feel it. So we could put it up in a lot of different ways. So anyway, the thing is like the story, your story, the rather you your discovery or your observation, Sandeep, your observation. I'm thinking of picking it up with Deepak. I'm just proposing him this. So the story goes like this, Deepak. Uh, because of urbanization, people trying to break free from their misery, they get disillusioned by their own reality and they head to towns comforted by lies what they peddle these politicians, different words, same different faces, same essence. Like point being, these people they go to towns and all, unskilled laborers, unskilled people, and like in towns, what happens is like time is money. If time is money, the work has to be precision based. Every second counts. So in this very whatever kind of race, these unskilled people, they find themselves, obsolete. They have, they can't wrap the whole setup around their head, and a lot of them break. So this is what happens. They have to survive, so they have to eat. So they sell their blood and all that. So wherever there is buying and selling, it's a trade, and wherever there's a trade, there's a banya. In the sense, middleman, dalal. We very we've got a lot of synonyms. You know, we learn to make shapes in the beginning. We go to schools, we make shapes. A for apple, B for bullocks, balls, whatever X Y Z. So idolization starts there. Idolatry starts there. So I'm not blaming anyone. To each his own. So thing is, these people go there, they can't buy house, they can't get any job, so they end up selling their blood for food. So what the pimps, what they do is like most of the times they're local guys. So they kind of like the guys I grew up with. I couldn't get a proper opportunity to my liking, so I didn't take up whatever opportunities came my way. So I ended up without anything to be in that race. So not to be outdone, I get my friends around. I see one of my friend is a doctor, another one is a bloody police, the other one is a XYZ. You know the whole system. We are in the system, so we'll be somebody or the other. So what happens is like I talk to my friend who's a doctor and tell him, okay, this is this. So he agrees to do it because he is also addicted to comfort. So this whole thing gets cast and it starts to evolve. The thing is like one guy can give his blood only for there's a period between like giving it again. So if there's one or two guys, you'll have to wait. But if there's a whole horde, you have to bloody logistically arrange the whole cycle. So the whole, you turn them into batteries, you turn them into machines. So just hold on. Starting, hold on. So we back. Looks like we're back. Oh damn, it's so damn quiet. Like let me put on some song. Pink Floyd. What's this? Delicate sound of thunder, center of sound. No problem, whatever it is. Too damn loud. Anyway, so the thing is like the way I see it, and the way we can't deny we are all interconnected in this society, in this system, and this system is based on right and wrong. So I've done some my own what do you call that, thesis or R&D. From that I figured out like we are all investments here in this system. Right is profit, wrong is loss. So I mean like I don't actually mind all this, but as we all have to, as we all have a purpose, we are all bound by purpose, and I see my purpose, but mine is not the processed purpose, like in the sense like as I say I am now. I don't hold on to what was yesterday, and I don't think about tomorrow. So that's a kind of native thing. Deepak might get the vibe, even you will get the vibe, Sandeep, but you have to have that in you. I mean, like, you have to evolve that way. Life is native. So, being a native, it makes more sense to me. Rather, I don't have walls. We were tribals, we are tribals, but being in this urban setup, we kind of got formatted with a different operating system in our heads. That's the human conditioning. So this is where I say, like, I've been talking to other people also, as we all interact with other people. So Let me light a bloody weed joint. We depend on words to express ourselves. If those words are taken, words and grammar, if we are deprived of word and grammar, how do we express ourselves? How do you get through? Exactly. So, whoever taught us this, whoever bound us with words, he knew exactly what he was doing. So, when we go to schools, you start A for apple, B for the whole alphabet thing, like. So, if somebody doesn't tell me that is a leaf, there are a lot of plants here. If that is a leaf, won't you think I'll know what it is? Even if it's not called a leaf, I'll know what it is. If somebody doesn't tell me these are my fingers, would I not know the purpose of these fingers, this hand? Exactly. Nobody had to define its fingers means this, and by educating me that these are fingers and you're supposed to do this, they establish a what do you call that, way for trade. Nothing in it. So the way I see is like we're all investments. We all that we know is profit and loss. But here's the best part. Right? We tribals never had the concept of possession. That is, as in we used to live in now. We used to never worry about what's lost because we knew like everything is in now. We evolve. Our needs evolve. Needs and wants are a different thing. I don't. I don't think I need to speak on that. So it's quite nicely woven, this system, very cleverly woven. Like it, a lot of things add up now. For me, right and wrong, right are your likes, good, dislikes, bad, evil. Good is God, evil is devil. This is actually uh, your likes and dislikes are your joy, your pain, all camouflaged by this profit and loss, camouflaged with different words. So that's why we have all the fear, of losing and you know whether getting it. The fear in there's always a fear in getting also. Like even in getting, you have the fear of losing. So I don't want to be investment anymore. So I've got a lot of observations, okay, stories to tell about people. Like while evolving, I figured out not figured out. It just opened up. I never really uh, got tied down. Something was there about me, within I got bored of anything with my own self like. So the thing is like whatever I did yesterday, I never held on to it. I never held on to any grudges or what I lost. But I couldn't figure that out while I was evolving. It was something like trying to catch up with now. I always felt something odd about it, but it wasn't odd. It was the perception built by the thoughts I was fed in, by the operating system that was installed in my head in the schools. So, I just told this thing to the other one guy. He's an old guy. Like fools go to schools and come out upgraded fools. So he started laughing. Then he said, like, why don't you elaborate? Like, so I said, like, it's quite simple. Look at your father. You look at your parents. Look at your predecessors. their mistakes, their wars, their everything is there. So what's happening now is been set up by the old guys, predecessors. So doesn't it look like a bloody foolish thing to bloody fight over something that you don't have, you don't even own? You fight about tomorrow. Nobody is seen tomorrow. All that is now. So it's kind of comedy. So anyway, once I put up a story in the Twitter, just the title, apostrophe, how you know, uh, like how the way I see it, all these religious books, they are the romanticized version of people, local people or whoever were there, romanticized for a trade. I've got a story. I can turn it into a bloody something epic if I know how to romanticize it properly. And but that's kind of making idols for me. Holding on to shapes. I'd rather say it without words. I could do that, but you know, we have to go through that process. We have to go through the grind to get to our objective. And this is one another thing about our whole what do you call it? Our mode of work, the way we have been taught, the way we have been conditioned. We are always objective based. So they tell you what you need before you actually even think about needing something. Somebody defines your needs, they replaces it with your wants. Okay. So the thing is like if I see something straight ahead and I have to get there, but the path to it is all twisted and ups and downs, I'd have to go, spend a lot of energy getting there with all the blind spots and the turns and all that. Blind spots being situational blind spots, like leveling up in a game. Unless you level up, you don't get to the next class. Simple thing in education system, you can't get to another class without passing. It's the same thing. But if you know there's a 10th standard there, and your father has a lot of money, you just go ahead and straight buy that certificate. It's the same thing. Reminds us of our fakir, isn't it? Anyway, so I know there's twists and turns and ups and downs. Because I say this because I'm not. I won't say I'm, definitively religious. The kind of guys, other guys say they go to what do you call that? All their places of worship. I don't do that. But I do acknowledge existence. So I see things in a way like energy bodies. So by thinking or having a molecular vision or say a nuclear vision being at the core, I haven't seen any camera or any whatever gadgets like portraying you know creating a hologram from a perspective from the score. Like when you play games, there are first person, second person, third person. First person you can only see the gun or you see the target. The second person like you see the muzzle and you see the target. The third person you see the whole human figure. But like and even in movies like theater and all that, there is this fourth wall. One, two, three, and the fourth one in front like audience. But still, even with four walls, you still don't have that vision. There is always a blind spot. But then if you are at the core, unlike bird's vision or some any other vision, you get the whole thing like if you're at the core. like those spiders, they have a lot of eyes, that kind of thing. But all in one in all. I tend to jump planes. So by saying like I have a nuclear vision, in the sense like it doesn't matter to me who is positively charged or negatively charged, who is angry and who is happy. All that matters to me is like when I come in and when I interact with those people, I always, you know, get charged up. There's a transfer of energy, and it depends on me how to convert that into more energy. For me, protons and neutrons is the same thing. You just mix together to make more energy. That's it, the core. So, apostrophe. Apostrophe and all that, it's quite a nice, you know, is this. Apostrophe is a punctuation that is also used for defining what is yours and what is mine, that divide. From that perspective, I wanted to approach a narrative saying, how the whole language, the whole weave was created to create this system where, you know, one is right, one is wrong, one is profitable, another one is loss, likeness, dislikes, God, devil. It becomes quite clear, like it's all trade. So I hate to be an investment, like, a battery. I could do that for my own self, like, Ambani is there. So if I get a platform, I'd just say, like, you drink your petrol, I'll grow my own crops. What would you do? A lot of angles are there. So that's one. Apostrophe is there. Then concept is another one is now. The thing is the way I view everything. It's like energy. So words don't limit me. I can actually things happen in life. Things happen in life evolves. So I connected with nature. So the great thing about nature is it doesn't try to teach you. It learns with you. You know, while it learns with you, it learns you, and you learn life. You learn about each other, and that's how you evolve. About gods and all that, also, like, a lot of religions, they say, like, Messiah was here, some avatar was here, he's gone back in this yug, and he'll come back again. And just I asked those religious gurus, like, if all that exists is now, when did your Messiah come and go back to come again? So anyway, we could do a lot of work, and I know you guys are brilliant guys. Brilliant guys in the sense, like, it's. I don't want to define by words saying. I don't want to be stuck in this two-dimensional, judgmental setup. Like, if there is a good guy, there's always a bad guy. There's a brilliant guy, then there's a fool. It doesn't matter to me who's a brilliant or fool. It's or what it matters is like the energy they carry, and the magic, the alchemy is in transforming that into something beautiful. So I'm there, and the last time I remember, Sandeep, you had this tagline or your caption line or ID line. We'll get there. So I got there. I was always there. I was in now. It was the journey, like, So I hope we evolve together without expecting to make a difference, because I know nobody's here to listen to anyone. Nobody's got that aptitude anymore. But we can be loud in our silence. So